That backdrop looks pretty sweet now, right? National champions on it. Did you look at it?
Still don't have Twitter.
You still don't have Twitter, yeah. Still not tweeting today. You might get it, yeah. All right, we'll start with some opening thoughts from Coach Sandelin. Scott, congratulations.
Wow. Pretty special right now. I want to congratulate UMass. They had a great year. Going into the game, talking to our team, hopefully they'll echo the same thought. I just said I don't think we played our best game tonight. We did. We knew we had to play a better hockey game, one of our best to beat a very good team, and I thought our guys from start to finish were on it, and still was hard, but we got the first goal and got better, and I thought our penalty kill again was outstanding. Shep, again, great when he needed to be, but just a real team effort, and couldn't be more proud of this group. They went through some different challenges this year. They really grew together as a team, and I'm just really excited for them to be national champions again.
Questions for the players? Jump right here in front.
Thank you. Jim Conley from U.S. College Hockey Online. Mikey, can you take us through your goal? It looked like off the face-off, maybe you got pushed out of the zone and then UMass almost lost you, and that allowed you to kind of walk down Broadway?
Yeah, I mean, off the draw, the puck came out. I just tried to throw it back down low because I saw him coming out, and he finished his hit, and it was good hit by him. I fell back, so I think he went in the zone, just kind of realized I was going to be out of the play, and then Parker was coming up the boards, and he made a great play through the middle, and I just tried to find a hole, and Parker connected, and then I just had to put it upstairs.
John?
This is for Parker. John Worrell with the Associated Press. How meaningful is this to wrap up your career at Minnesota Duluth with consecutive championships and to go out with, essentially the winning goal and a big assist?
Yeah, it's incredible. Obviously, you can't write it any better than that. So fortunate to be able to make the regionals all 4 years, let alone 3 Frozen Fours, and then winning 2 national championships. So so happy to do it with some incredible friends in there. Again, the coaching staff, to have the coaching staff that I had for 4 years. It's no shock that we were here for 3 times in a row, and I'm looking forward to obviously watching this group in the future.
Okay, right here in front.
Dan Rubin from U.S. College Hockey Online. This is for whoever wants it. But for you guys, what's it like to play in the NCHC, the fact that you've gone to 3 national championship games, one was against Denver, and the fact that playing in the league, how does that kind of prepare you to get to this point and then succeed at this level?
Hunter, jump in there, Hunter.
I mean, there's not really any weekends off in that league. There's no bottom feeders, and anybody can beat anybody on any night, and you're battle tested when you get to the end of the year, and I think that's really helped our team be built for the playoffs, playing such a tough schedule. I think we had the toughest schedule in the country this year, so when you can be at the top of that league and put together the seasons we have the last couple of years, it's a testament to our coaching staff and our players in our locker room.
Parker, what else?
Yeah, reiterate that a little bit. There's no off weekends. There's no off nights. It's hard to get a sweep in that league. So you obviously are super privileged to do that. If you can get a run together in that league, it's unbelievable. And I think that it's just been an unbelievable league for the 4 years that I've been here. They really have put themselves on the map since the start, honestly. And yeah, they prepare you so well for the playoffs, I think, because you're constantly going. You're playing playoff hockey for the entire year, it seems like. So,
Coach, is it a good league?
It's a good league.
Yep. Good. All right, John.
John Worrell with the Associated Press. It's for Hunter and for Parker. Hunter, can you talk about what Parker has meant to this team as a captain? And Parker, can you talk about what Hunter has meant to this team in going 8-0 in the NCAA tournament?
Hunter.
I mean, when Coach Sandelin recruits guys that he wants to set an example for our program, he recruits guys like Parker Mackay, and I mean, without him, I don't think we would be here where we are this year. So when you have a leader like that in the locker room to bring the younger guys along, and he scores such big goals for us, and he's never afraid to step up and be accountable for himself first before he points a finger at others. that's the reason we've been here the last 2 years, I think, or 3 years, because we've had leaders in that locker room that know how to manage players and just exude what the program means.
Parker?
Yeah, I've been saying it to a lot of media members. Sheppy's been our brick wall all season long. He was our most consistent player. I think he was our most competitive player. He's, again, I could say the same thing. I don't think that we are even close to where we are without him. He's come in these last 2 seasons and been unbelievable. He doesn't talk too loud or say too much when he's at the rink, but once he's on the ice, he's an absolute competitor, an absolute warrior, and you want to go to war for a guy like that each and every day when you know how hard he's battling.
All right, Miguel?
Miguel Rodriguez from the Buffalo News. This is for Coach Sandelin. I mean, just talk about the 3 national championships. I mean, the list of coaches that have won 3, it's among the all-time greats there. I mean, just talk about being able to join that club there.
I've had great players, and I've had a great coaching staff and support staff, which makes my job easy. And I'm very fortunate we recruit good kids that want to come to Duluth and buy into what we're all about. And this year was just the same type of year. You know, we lost a real good leader. We followed up with another good leader, and you know, those guys really, you know, to me, showed the way. You know, we've tried to build things there, and we know it's not easy, but I'm blessed to be around a lot of great people, and, you know, we all get, you know, coaches do get the credit, but there's a lot of people that do a lot of work besides myself, and assistant coaches, trainers, strength people. We've got some team managers, but at the end of the day, it's players go out and play, and I'm just fortunate they listen. So it's been pretty special. And again, I never take anything for granted, because in this game it can change, and I just want to enjoy it with these guys, and I know they'll enjoy it the rest of their lives.
Questions for the players? Okay, Mick?
Mick Hatton from the Rink Live. Hunter, you know, with playing in back-to-back national championship games, as a goalie, I mean, what'd you kind of take from, you know, just your preparation going into last year's championship and into this one? I mean, mentally, I guess, was it a little any different? You know, did you learn anything, I guess, from last year for you as a goalie going into this?
I think besides a few minor tweaks, I've been preparing the same way for every game since I was about 14 years old, so I don't think I'm going to change anything at this point.
Hunter, are you happy?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. All right, love it. What else we have? Are we good with the players? We let them go celebrate some more? All right, guys. Congratulations on a great year. We'll let you guys go.
Thanks very much.
Attaboy, Shep. That was your best one yet?
All right, we'll continue with your questions for Coach Sandelin in the front here. Jim?
Thank you, Jim Conley from U.S. College Hockey Online. Scott, you said you wanted a fast start to this game. I think you won the first 6 faceoffs. You had the first 7 shots, and before UMass had a shot, you already had a goal. Just talk about that really fast start, first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was great. You know, we talked, again, I said earlier, we need to play a better game, and I still think our team going into tonight hadn't played their best game. And you don't always have to, you don't have to play a perfect game, but we did really emphasize, again, the starts. We do all the time, but it's funny. I think sometimes the first games of these tournaments are the most difficult. Once you play a game, I think you're a little more into it. Obviously, you know, when you're at this stage, but I think the regional's the same way. You know, once you win that, you play the next night, and guys are a little more into it. And obviously, here you get to play for the biggest prize. So, guys, we're certainly ready. And again, I think it goes into the room again. The guys, Parker and our captains and the guys that have been here, you know, making sure guys were really dialed in, and we set a little game plan, and they followed it, and it carried over through the whole game because I thought we played a real good hockey game tonight.
John and then Dan.
Scott, John Worrell with the Associated Press. Just a bit of a two-parter. What has Parker Mackay meant to this team? Even going back to the Bowling Green game where he scores, and you wouldn't be here without him scoring those 2 goals. And I guess just what has this run of three championship game run, even though you lost the first one, what has it meant for this program?
Well, the first part's easy. He's meant a lot. He's been an unbelievable leader for us. We knew that when we recruited him. He had leadership qualities when he came out of junior hockey. And when you're around him, we knew before he left he was probably going to be a captain. Obviously, he was an assistant captain last year under Carson Kuhlman. Probably learned some things there, but got to take over this program, him and Billy Exel and Nick Wolf. And obviously, we had a few talks during the year, and, we always share frustrations and the different challenges and how to get through it. But again, this was the first year I think he played without getting hurt or missing any games. So he had an unbelievable year for us. And like Shep said, he scored big goals for us. I thought his play in the tournament, I thought his play all year was good, but I thought he really was good in the last month and a half. And you need that out of those guys. I mean, that's a great example to set for your players, the other guys. You know what? And so he's meant an awful lot, and couldn't be happier for him to go out. You're always happy for the seniors for sure to win their last game, and hopefully that last game is like it was tonight.
Okay, a couple up here in front.
I missed the second part.
Oh,
It's meant a lot. It's meant a lot to our program. I mean,
did you get
it's
what
hard,
you needed?
it's hard to
John?
do. It's hard to do. I mean, I'm not gonna keep saying it. You never take it for granted. You really enjoy it, and because you don't know when you're going to get that opportunity again. And we've been very fortunate here to get on a little bit of a run and be a part of this 3 times. So we'll just enjoy it and look at next year, and hopefully we can get back here.
Okay, Dan.
Coach Dan Rubin from U.S. College Hockey Online. I know you probably remember the WCHA run last decade with the national titles. One, does this compare for the NCHC being a part of this too to anything that you might remember about the WCHA's run last decade? And for you to be a part of a big part of the NCHC's current run of national championships, can you just talk a little bit about what that means to you with Minnesota Duluth?
I think we got a couple more to catch up to that run, right? But no, I remember that run. I mean, it was pretty unique. I mean, it was a strong conference. I mean, this one, like the guys alluded to, I mean, it's been a lot of fun to be a part of. It's certainly challenging. There's obviously when we got into there were some teams we were more familiar with. Obviously, Miami and Western were from the CCHA, but I think just it really gets you. The players get excited about it, and like the guy said, it's tough every weekend, and I think the second half in our league is just unbelievably hard, and I think you see some different styles, and I thought, when I watched UMass on tape, they reminded me a little bit of St. Cloud in some ways, so we had seen that. So I think there's that good, plus the non-conference schedule we play, but it's been a lot of fun. Hopefully we can keep doing it. There's a lot of people that have done a lot of work to make our league what it is, and I'm just glad we can represent it and keep it in our league.
Okay, front here.
Coach Tom Callahan, IcetimeHockeySW.com. Each season presents a different set of challenges. Could you talk a little bit about the challenges that this team had to go through to repeat things you faced along the way that maybe built you into another championship club?
Yeah, I think the number one thing, and Parker would know because we had a lot of talks about this, just about how hungry guys are going to be. You never go what goes through kids' heads. Sometimes the complacency. I'm not a complacent guy. I think we were hard on those guys this year. I think that was a plan going in. I hope it didn't come to fruition because sometimes they'll tune you out too. But I just don't want guys to be satisfied. And we knew going into the year that we had a lot of good parts. You return your starting goalie, you return your whole D-core. We had good depth up front. We lost some guys, which teams do, but we felt we had some good freshmen coming in. So we felt we had a lot of good parts, but you just never know how they're going to come back, and are they really super motivated to get back there? And I think that was probably the biggest challenge, trying to read them, and I think deep down they had a funny way of showing it because they're really quiet, which quite frankly pissed me off sometimes. I'm not going to lie, but it was fun. It was fun. That's the fun challenges that you got to go through, and we had some adversity. We started off 1-1, then we rattled off some wins, and then I think guys thought it was going to be easy again, and then we kind of finished 3-4-1, and the second half we went through a lot of splits. But again, like I said, our league in the second half is a war, and we got swept at the end of the year by St. Cloud, but we came out of it feeling like we were a better hockey team, and from that point on, we didn't lose. So we tried to spin that into a positive too, but there were, every team goes through it, but I think that was the biggest concern that as a coaching staff we had was how motivated, because the year before we lost in Chicago to Denver. So those guys coming back were really motivated to get back. And sometimes guys get satisfied, and so it was a little bit of that all year.
Okay, over here.
Heather Engel, NHL.com. Nick Wolf was just saying that Mikey Anderson is a great guy off the ice, great teammate on and off the ice. What stands out to you about Mikey Anderson?
Well, number one, he's a very intelligent player. He plays with a lot of poise. He's very confident. He's very consistent. I thought he was one of our, if not our most consistent defenseman this year. I had the pleasure of coaching him at the World Juniors too, so it's kind of a nice problem to have. Him and Dylan, two guys I trust. But Mikey's continued to develop. He's got a purpose every time he comes to the rink. He wants to become a better player. He trains. He works on his game. He does all the things that you want every player to do on a regular basis. But there's a purpose every time he comes. He enjoys coming to the rink. He enjoys playing the game, and he enjoys working on his game to get better. But I can't say enough. He's had an unbelievable year. Obviously, a big goal tonight, but. He's got a great future ahead of him. Hopefully it's not soon.
Jim.
Thank you. Jim Conley from U.S. College Hockey Online. Can you, two parts here, talk about the ability to win those battles on the wall tonight that seemed like that got you a lot of offense and kept them off, and then the shutdown again. And I don't think they, according to the stats, didn't have a grade A chance. UMass didn't in the third period.
Yeah, that was a game plan. You know what? We call it a ground game and get it going, and I think when we do that, we're a more effective team. Sometimes I think when we don't do that, we turn more pucks over, or we look to make plays instead of just kind of knowing. We just wanted to play hard on the walls. We wanted to make it harder on their team. And for the most part, we did a good job with that. Defensively, obviously the second goal was a big goal. I just, you get that feeling, and we've been in that situation where we've been a pretty good shutdown team in the third period, and obviously we took some penalties that, could have negated that, but our killers were outstanding all night. We didn't let them really get going, but I think guys just had that feeling, and we kept the game. We didn't want to take our foot off the gas. We wanted to keep doing what we'd been doing, and I thought our guys, like I said, tonight was probably one of our best games we've played for sure in the NCAA tournament, probably from our league tournament as well, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
In the back, what'd you say when the final buzzer went?
What'd I say?
Yeah, did you say anything, or what'd you do?
No, I don't think I said anything.
No? Okay, you're speechless.
I shook a couple hands.
All right, good. All right. Mr. Peterman.
Chris Peters, ESPN. Scott, with the success comes a challenge, like you mentioned with Mikey. Now you kind of got to recruit your own players a little bit. How concerned are you about that? And does it make it harder or easier to sell it when you're back-to-back champions?
Well, it's always hard. It's the worst day, right? You spend all year with guys, but that's what we all go through, and we'll worry about that later. But I always say I think I'm going to just start going to Arizona or Florida, and just if they call me, they're leaving, because I don't want to try and talk about it. If they're ready, they're ready. I mean, they're going to make those decisions. Obviously, we'd love to have kids stay as long as they can, but there's what they're playing for too.
All right, Coach. Congratulations. Thanks very much.